Hello Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Tarot Solar Essence Studio. We are going to perform a career tarot reading for the month of October, and it may be also effective for the next 3 months. And we will have some oracle cards first to begin with, and then we will tailor our tarot spread. The tarot spread that I will be performing is actually part of a career whole tarot spread that I do in my private readings, but I'm going to bring a part of it and use it in order to reveal the career work trends for signs in that given month. So it is going to be, I hope, insightful for many of you who were waiting for this reading, because it's been a long time since I haven't performed a career reading. It was usually in my live question and answer live streams that my quarrels coming and asking career questions to me. Wow, we have a lot of earth energy here. Okay, I also want to, by the way, take the cards out for the spread. Now, this is 5 placements of actually 10 card spread, and it is going to begin with first focus, so where you are now and what surrounds your current situation with regards to career. The second energy is current challenges and obstacles. It is going to highlight present challenges and or obstacles to your goals and things to grow through, or help you to make the decision to move in a new direction. The third placement is about what direction you can take to make the best use of your fullest potential. It is an action plan to get you moving in the right direction. Another placement which I find very important, it's the hidden aspects. So it's going to highlight anything that needs to be brought to light that you may be actually unaware of in your career journey currently. And the last placement is about the near future influences. Near future influences is up to 3 months, and it's going to highlight some choices and influences which are likely to occur within 3 months. And of course, please remember that, Taurus, this is a general reading, so it is not a personal tarot reading to you. This is going to actually explore the general energy trends. So hope it is going to be insightful. First of all, for some Taurus folks out there, how you creatively express yourself in your career will be very important in whatever field you are actually coming from, because your soul actually wants to express itself creatively, and it can be any, even like it's a very routine job, for instance. Is there any new way to do something, or a part of it maybe can allow to be creative in your endeavor or for the coming times ahead, or maybe there is something you wanna do additional there, expand in a different field. So because it actually comes, there is this stuck or blocked energy. So in order to remove that stuck and blocked energies, creativity and anything we are engaging to reveal that will be very important. Some of you will be maybe in art and craft, by the way. And here actually, especially if it's some type of a in general a creative way to do something, or if it's, let's say, artistic, it doesn't necessarily have to be seen or heard by other people, because it is not necessarily the end product of your life purpose there. It's just that act of creative inspiration, creative expression, not the form it takes necessarily. This is what is important here. By the way, for some Tauruses, if you are working with, for instance, light, sound, color, music, form, shape, there is something that you may really, connect with something on a different level. Usually, if you are, for instance, play music, paint, if you are into crafts, maybe jewelry or something with the herbs or flowers or plants, or with something physically, actually it can help to prosper your life purpose at this time. If you were like putting off a decision in general, this is a good time to take action. Actually here, if you have some kind of an idea about what perfectionism is currently, it may be one of the blocks. Okay, so I do this, but it's not gonna be perfect. Perfection that can really block the way. Here it just wants you to actually start off from somewhere. Okay, it's going to be very important at that level. So this is the message of this card, and apart from that, we have also the Earth energy here. I find this one also very important, because now we are going to implement also these energies to this spread. Okay, so they are not apart from it. Here the message is you are an Earth sign for sure, and this is already your default setting. This is already something you were actually born into. So the Earth element is not something like alien to you, let's say. So at this time then, it's not that you are not living in it, but there can be a blockage when it comes to the feeling grounded in the career matters, or like feeling rooted, and something, because to be rooted, it's all about our safety, right, and our stability. So also may include the energy of the finances, also maybe family connections as well, which may have influence over your work, the comfort and the nourishment you provide yourself and others, to find the ways how you can feel safe in your material world, and are these endeavors like nourishing you back? If there is some type of saving you need to do, for instance, like from the bringing of your career, it asks us to this Earth element if we have the possessions that we need to survive. So the safety nets, sometimes a safety net can also include a network of people who you love, right? It is actually wants you to check how grounded nowadays do you feel with the career and in general, and to check the security level, the peaceful surroundings that career can bring or not bringing. Is it like nourishing, if your career is nourishing that vitality, also, you know, in what ways it creates strength in your life. Are you just, you know, cut from that earthly energy nowadays? Like, for instance, because all these practices will actually enhance your practice in your career life. You know, have you go outside, like step on the grass barefoot? How is your latest relationship with grounding yourself? So something with the physical grounding, you know, the way that it touches emotional regulation, that nervous system regulation, you know, because it affects the career life. So there is this type of a call for you to go that maybe regulation that earth energy can bring. Also, if you were so much occupied with career performance, actually it will be good to, you know, spend time in nature, maybe, okay, as they say, this forest bathing. Also, if you have been cut, feeling like cut from your element, it asks you to get your hands into the earth, okay, even like touching mud, you know, because energetically, if you charge yourself, you will have the benefits of it. And the next card here is that the divine life purpose. Okay, now divine life purpose does not necessarily mean something which comes from directly from the understanding of traditional career work terms, but it may rather come from like something which may have influence over your career, or the thing you are engaging with, let's say, nourishes that divine life purpose. So there is going to be some kind of maybe, you know, energy that which reciprocates with one another, but in general, for this particular position, if you can make the necessary changes, there is going to be some positive healing influence of these things. Getting into that creative expression, engaging with your actually original elements, you know. It's like there is this seeking maybe that needs to happen nowadays when it comes to purification of something, maybe something you want to devote yourself, where you can witness some daily miracles, some also with faith and care. By the way, if you have a work involving children here, there is something meaningful to mention, because some of you watching Taurus, there is something here involving children. It talks about like the divine life purpose, actually, like, I don't know if there is some type of a children involved in that. It can be even like a parenthood, it can be caretaker, teacher, you know, healer, writer, inventor, artists, or cooking for children, or, you know, like what your, like your purpose, the healing act or anything, maybe like medical, if it involves like that side of it, reaching out that children. So there is something, a blessed message, definitely. And if you were like also, you know, had questions about that divine life purpose, what is my divine life purpose, Maybe for some of you this card of course may help, but again this is a general reading. But for those who are looking for this message, okay, it's okay if we bring out in this way as well. Now I'm going to begin now from the focus. So let's begin now with your first tarot card. This is focus. This is where you are now and what surrounds your current situation with regards to work. We have the Two of Pentacles energy. Okay, we are seeing you actually in your daily pace here, trying to keep the balance going in your life with work life and also other compartments of life. You want to actually, we have the Ring energy there. There is something you want to like commit yourself to there. Or are you committing yourself to some things that you actually want so long time but like couldn't find the time due to the work and you can't devote yourself to that? Like maybe there is some kind of a choice going on there. Like you will choose something and you are going to commit yourself to that choice. Again, around the subjects that we have talked here. So there can be something also for some Taurus, for instance, you leave a workplace, you leave what is present and you go for your own enterprise, or you try to create a new balance in your life. You had a stable position but you want to have another thing going on, a new one. It's like you are not convinced about something if you need to like take a chance on this thing or not, or commit yourself to this thing or not. So I think this is the case there. There can be also two different work or job you may be juggling here. Of course, it may also be a hectic time. There can be some commitments there that you want to actually run to but can't find the time, other commitments. There can be also things maybe like dumped on you, like last minute things. Maybe they weren't your responsibility. You know, if you have to accept them or not. How others are impressed or not impressed. You know, there is something there. It's showing you actually you are able to handle this and you seem to be resourceful, but you know, it's like you just can't find the thing you're gonna like maybe commit yourself to. It's about also not accepting work that like more than you carry, or other co-workers or bosses, or if you are your own boss, the load of something can make a pressure there. Maybe that's why it's taking off you from your real earth balance there. And there is maybe something you, for instance, take on you. No one wants to do it. It's about making sure actually you are compensated for it later. So balancing your career goals with other aspects of life, definitely important. You are giving lately a lot of thought about this, and because maybe it challenges you, and as it is challenging you, you have hard time deciding on a direction there. Again, like between two things, leaving your job, starting your own, you know, something may feel risky, but you know that you can't prevent also the risks of life, but you know how much it can be calculated risk, and what you cannot also control, you wanna take these into account. It can be something you juggling when it comes to balancing the books, something with the income, profit, loss, you know, all these, like something, you know, resources coming, it covers bills, what is coming in, but what is then going out. It's like that, what is going on really in, it's like you are the own accountant of your life kind of thing. So if you stay flexible, actually, like a bit, you know, also adapting to this current energy, you can actually make a way to, I mean, resources and opportunities, I think, available there at some point. I want to get one more, because yes, you cannot, you have the 2 pentacles there, right? So you have something actually. It's not that there is lacking. You have it. There can be this, maybe you are waiting for an arrival of a money, by the way. So that's why until maybe its arrival, how to balance books, or if you keep a career or change it, because here there is also money, property to inheritance and winning or windfall energy. Or if you just maybe commit yourself to a particular career pursuit, what will be, it's gonna bring, you know, it's, you are really working hard there. I mean, with the mind and the body, it's occupied, I have to say, very occupied. But let's see the current challenges. So now we're gonna see the present challenges and obstacles to your goals and things to grow through or help you to make the decision to move in new direction. Now, this energy with the High Priestess is a bit tricky one. The current challenge and obstacles with the High Priestess, there is something in your, not in your control and not within reach yet. Something feels a bit distant to you, like not within reach yet. And it's like you may also find your challenges and obstacles actually meaningful if they are just the steps for you to reach some kind of a high end there, like a highest aim. And you may be also willing to accept what is coming on your way. Even you don't have control or unknown High Priestess. In a way it may, like you think, also supports you, but a part of you, you know, is like, I have this aim, but unpredictability also is a bit making me uncomfortable kind of thing. Like you are okay, but also not okay at the same time, I do feel. Because you are thinking of a risk and a risk of a loss, or if there is an unknown thing which may make you to change that high aim or where you want to be. You are not knowing like where the cause for that loss maybe can come, and it's like your ability or inability to, you know, handle that. So there is something here. The challenge is like when something appears, you may know what to do, but at the same time you may actually not know what to do. So this is about actually a bit, again, flexibility, though I find in this reading quite with you, Taurus, as a, I think Uranus in your sign, and throughout its transits, you are actually learning to be flexible here. Like from that fixed energy, you are more like now, well, Uranus, you know, I think 2 more years it's gonna stay, 2 or 2.5, can't remember, but don't want to say something wrong. I mean, it has been enough, you know, time that making you actually very much being open to unpredictability, also surprises. Taurus likes their ground, so Taurus do not like unpredictability, but I see that you're a bit secure. Yes, it's about what is gonna be clear or unclear, or how you gonna articulate or your thoughts in order to like define what is maybe unknown, which may impact your career there. Like there is something within you. Actually, you are quite intuitive. You are coming from an intuitive sense, I do feel. And it's like, for the things I do not have control, I actually, let's say, trust my intuition. And because you may have developed a lot of experience, I mean, get a lot of experience in this last years especially, that it is important for you to trust your intuition, inner wisdom when career matters or any life matter is concerned. Again, your inner knowledge, for instance. Also, you know, if these all what you are like equipped with, let's say, if it's going to prevent a particular loss for you, maybe. And also, you know, if there are some unseen possibilities for you, you want to like maybe know about them. But in the end, you know, like you have to trust your instincts. You need to listen to your inner voice there. Because sometimes the challenge here, for instance, can be understanding that sometimes solution to problems coming through career aspects may not lie in some type of external advice or conventional wisdom, but simply it may rely on your intuitive understanding of it. And maybe tapping into it, yes, you have gained experience. Maybe for some Taurus, though, this was challenging, it can be. So yeah, we try to cover some things for you there. But what is the direction then you can take to make the best use of your fullest potential? So here is your action plan to get you moving in the right direction. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands energy is about understanding the bigger picture and the bigger goal here, and doing like what is necessary for it. If there is some kind of a new venture, a new journey where you will go also maybe search a market in a different physical place, city, state or country, you know, to act on the things. There is something here with the riches, with the trade, with the wealth, with inheritance, something like voyage, journey. It's about actually the action plan is making you really move there, okay, making you move. So it's not putting you in a standstill position, but it is actually putting you, have faith. This is Sagittarius energy. Don't be skeptical or feel biased. It says you got to go with the flow. You need to be also, if there are things which is later gonna be you know, late to catch, move fast now, it says. So start with your plans as soon as possible and make good use of a particular momentum now coming, and which is going to be beneficial for you. It's the electrifying energy, and with this ship card, And also something may really help you to move like faster than you can actually imagine that. You are not going to like use time, because 8 of Wands is such a magical card that universe can literally aligns, and things you have yearned for, you look and you swift moving with them, and then this desire is finding some type of a tangible, this earth energy. Okay, so it says action, and what else it says? Fidelity, and from there you're gonna find what you will be committed to. The ring also we have, and the dog, right? I see you want to commit to something in this reading. You will find it. Actually, it's like, you know, not thinking about how the road will take, but making a step and the road will be clear to you, kind of thing. Okay, by using the current also momentum there. And if you need to get out of a current situation, don't lose your time and initiate, make that launch, it says, because I think you have been also staying in a particular situation or in an energy or a behavior or attitude long time, it says, maybe thinking too much about it, but now you don't have to waste your energy. Now let's talk about the hidden aspects. So it's going to highlight anything that needs to be brought to light that you may be unaware of. We have also the Hermit energy. Okay, so with the Hermit energy, there can be things that you may want to see and look in detail and clear. These details will be very important. You may need some kind of a research in a subject, because there is at least one subject that needs to be planned. So you really need to look at also seeing like the devil in the details, kind of thing. This is going to, we have the Star energy, which is promises the success actually in all enterprises. But this is now something distant. So in order to be closer to your target, you need to look at it like deeper. Look at the symbolism. That's why I like using different cards. You have 2 times the star. This is also his consciousness is lit. To trust your also inner faculties, also that vision, understanding, in order to, yes, there is a lot of sign in this reading, and it is making you to also tap to your inner wisdom, literally. We have the Baby. This talks about things which are freshly starting. And also this, you know, there can be things in which you may feel a bit like naive, you know, like you need to do your search for these things, okay? And this is also how much you are prepared to present yourself, like how much of information, detail you can bring also to a situation there. Now, the near future influences, which is going for the next 3 months, we have the card of the 6 of Wands. This is the card of victory. And actually there is this increased number of people in a situation who are also waiting their credits to be given. There will be times in which maybe you're gonna leave some people behind you, but when you look back, you're gonna say, oh, how far I have come. There are things here which, oh, there are things here that you know, you may go through some maybe a competitive environment. So this is a 6, it's in the end after 5. but with some type of experience here that you're gonna use in the situation, you will be like seeing the truth of a situation here, and like that project or that situation will, in that endeavor, will I think end up with success. It is very important for you to learn the power of consistency, because this is something you will be dedicating yourself, and you are like following and maybe enterprise through to completion, and finally it's gonna be like blood, sweat and tears, but it's gonna succeed. You maybe also achieve appreciation here from a loved one. You may give people like their credits in this journey. There is some type of a breakthrough I think you will be finding. You're gonna learn like the new insights of your career. I think there will be people who will be very much direct to you. There is an acknowledgement here, acknowledging of a success, because it's like once you set up your mind of like choosing and getting out of yourself from a situation, behavior, an energetical pattern, and find a fresh perspective to operate in that earth element with creative expression, and with your goal also, one of the tail end of it may be serving children, like if I have to pull all the reading together here, or like how children will benefit from that, or you are in a field but some aspects of it hasn't been quite figured out for children, and now it's going to be like the children version of it, or just going specific here. Of course it's not gonna resonate with everyone, but, and we have also the baby here, by the way. Maybe some Taurus people, I feel like, are gonna get into textile or something with the clothes, children clothes, or like children fashion, or something with actually I don't know, like some kind of clothing with regards to children and babies. Maybe there's going to be a job, maybe there is some design involved, maybe there is something with food as well. Like you are like maybe changing a field here. Maybe your career will consider a group of people who needs a certain type of service, and it's like you are finally initiating that. This is also, one way to, I think, put it. I want to get one last card to the... But yeah, it says action for you. Don't wait. Don't wait. Your connection with an older woman in your career field can be also helpful to you, maybe from their experience, or maybe someone is like leaving a place, a chair, you will be taking their place, or you will learn from them, or this is your mentor, they are leaving, or like maybe leaving the job, but now you are getting their place. Okay, this older woman energy, it's a very Saturnian energy. Okay, so this is what I can say for this reading. So I hope it can be helpful for people who were waiting for it and looking for this type of career reading. Thank you very much, Taurus, for tuning in. If you have a personal tarot question with regards to career, you can always come to my question answer live streams to ask tarot question. You can find the information at the description box below to see how live streams work and how we operate in the channel if you are new. And thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I thought that lots of readings are when it comes to career are in the pick a card format. I thought more, you know, this laid out with the positions and the grounding. I think a spread, Taurus spread will be better. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you and take good care. Bye for now.